Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. I think every video in the last year I've said, it's been a while. In this one, we're gonna say the same thing. So I've been seeing your guys' comments, I've been seeing your messages. I know I have not been as present here on YouTube as I would like to be. If you are not following me on Instagram at LindseyDecor413, I would highly recommend that you do. That is where I share in my stories kind of behind the scenes, day to day, what's going on, fill you in. As you can imagine, things have been a little bit crazy. So this week, my kids went back to school for the first time in over a year. They are only back in school part day, so I'm going to try to get through this video as quickly as I can before I have to rush off to go pick them up from school. So I will be diving in and sharing with you guys the Artza subscription box, but I really quick want to tell you what's been going on and kind of give you a heads up so you know what's going to be happening in the next few weeks here with my channel. So a few weeks ago, I sneezed and tore my abdominal muscles. I know that sounds completely crazy. I didn't know that I had actually torn my muscles at the time. I knew that it was very painful. And then a couple days later, I ended up lifting something out of my car and gave myself a hernia. So this was just a couple weeks ago. I went to the doctor, had to have some tests done. They thought I was going to need emergent surgery. Luckily, I didn't need emergent surgery, but I do meet with the surgeon next week and I will be having surgery to repair the hernia and the tear. So as you can imagine, I've been in a lot of pain. Your abdominal muscles are part of your core, and that's what helps holds you up, helps you stand, helps you do anything and everything. And my core is not functioning as it should because of that injury. And so even just sitting at my desk for any length of time, that motion of reaching and turning and twisting and all of that is just extremely painful. And so I haven't been able to film even at the rate that I was doing this last year, which was almost next to nothing. And so it's just been a little bit wild and crazy. Like I said, I see the surgeon next week, so I will be having surgery before the end of the month. Surgery recovery is going to be about 6 to 8 weeks. I'm hoping it's not going to take that full 6 to 8 weeks before I'm back here filming and doing things for you guys. I'm hoping it just takes a couple weeks, but just to give you guys an idea of where I'm at and why I might be a little bit extra absent is because of that. So be sure to be following me on Instagram. That's where I've been doing some more informal unboxings and just showing you guys things, not doing my typical processes, but just kind of staying in touch with you guys over there on Instagram. And I will continue to do that as I heal from surgery. But Artza had reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in reviewing and sharing their next subscription box from Jerusalem. And I said, yes, please. They had sent me their box for Bethlehem back at Christmas time. And I absolutely loved it. I shared it with you guys. You guys loved it. And so they reached out and said that they were only going to be sending out a few of them to share with influencers this time around and wanted to know if I'd be interested. And I was like, yes, please, because my whole family loved their box. Unfortunately, their box landed on my doorstep the exact week that I had my injury. So I've just been sitting here waiting to be able to feel good enough to get to it so that I can share it with you guys. So I apologize for it taking a little bit longer for me to get this unboxing up. But I did want to get it up for you guys and share that so that you can go check out Artza. So Artza, if you're not familiar, I will have all the information down in the description box. As always, that's where all the info goes. I will have a coupon code for them and all that goodness will be down there for you guys. And so they are a subscription box service. So you have the option of signing up for the subscription or you can order boxes individually. It is a quarterly, so they come out with a new box every 3 months. Each one is themed around a different city in the Holy Land, in Israel. And so this one is going to be Jerusalem with Easter right around the corner, Jerusalem being a key part of the Easter story. That is why they're going to focus in there. Now, since my last unboxing back at Christmas time, I've dug in and learned a little bit more about the company and just makes me love them even more. You guys know I only share with you guys the companies that I love and adore, the quality of their products, but more than that, I want to love the company in itself, their customer service, the people behind it, their heart behind it. That is important to me. And so even though they send me this box for review, I like working with them because of the heart behind the company. So what I've learned and have discovered with a little bit more digging is that this company was actually put together in response to the pandemic. So as you can imagine, Israel thrives off of their tourism. People from all over the world travel to Israel, not just for religious purposes, but Israel is just steeped in history and historical significance. And so a lot of people travel over there for that. And so with the pandemic, tourism took a hit. They're not getting all of that tourism that they typically get. And so Artza decided to address that problem, put together these subscription boxes so that they could not only send out product and bring Israel to you, to your home without you traveling, but also to help support these small companies, mom and pop shops that would otherwise be struggling tremendously during this time when they're not having that tourism. So kind of gets you a little taste of Israel, but also is there to help support these companies, which I 100% want to stand behind and want to support. And I hope that you guys will come alongside me and support that as well for these companies. And so Artza goes, and they are based in Israel. If you're not following Artza on Instagram, I would highly recommend that you do. Even if you're not going to be grabbing one of the boxes, they do so much education on their Instagram. In their stories, they take you on little walkarounds in Israel, various parts of Israel. They do little questionnaires and quizzes. Whoever does the photography for Artza, oh my gosh, their photography is absolutely stunning and beautiful. The videography, the photography is just stunning. Their feed is gorgeous. And so you get to kind of escape your home. Many of us have been trapped in our homes for a year now. You get to escape that and live vicariously through the beautiful photography that Artza does all around Israel. And so definitely go check that out. And so you're going to see that quality in their products as well. And that's what I really love. So they are going around and not picking giant corporations. You know, the big ones are thriving right now through this pandemic because we're at home, we're ordering. And so those big corporations are thriving. That's not who Artza is reaching out to. They are going to small, family-owned mom and pop shops in Israel and partnering with them to bring the products to these boxes. And so I love that there's story, there's history behind the products. So you are helping support somebody put food on the table for their family by participating in the subscription service, which I absolutely love. So again, you do have the option of doing the subscription, which is the quarterly box. Every 3 months, they come out with a different box, or you can order the box individually. Just heads up, the subscription guarantees that you get the box. The box might run out and you might not be able to order that individually. So let's dive in. You have a premium option and a basic option. The premium option does have an additional item in the box. I'm not 1000% certain which item that is. I have an idea of which item that is, so I will share that. But you get a variety of different products, and my family loves this thing. And so every little detail is just so high quality. So you're going to get tons of paperwork. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm typically like, let me dive into the stuff, throw out the paperwork. I don't need directions, do my own thing. But pay attention to all the different postcards and pamphlets that they include in their boxes, because one, the imagery is gorgeous. They are printed on really nice quality cardstock. And they just give you all kinds of information. So you've got information about Jerusalem, where we're focusing in for this quarter's box. They also are going to give you a little box of Learn Hebrew. So they're going to give you a few words in English, the Hebrew word, and then the pronunciation of that word. So a great subscription box to incorporate with your kiddos. You know, a lot of us have turned into homeschool mamas, not by choice, this last year. And so this would be a fun way to incorporate some history lessons and some culture lessons in with your kiddos in a fun way. So you've got some Learn Hebrew, you got some verses here, and some photography. So that's just in the little intro card, lots of information. I think one of my favorite things from this box probably should come as no surprise, because one of my favorite things from the Bethlehem box was the photo postcards. That was the premium add-on item. This box comes with a calendar. I took photography in college. I've always been really intrigued by photography, and so maybe that's why I'm drawn to things like this. But this calendar contains such beautiful photography. I'll insert some close-up shots so you can see in detail. But each month is going to be a different place. So the first one here, it starts in March 2021. It does go through 2022. You're going to look at different areas. So we've got Jerusalem, Caesarea. But this is one thing that's really neat about Artza as a company, is they're not just bringing you good products and beautiful things to look at. They're educating you as well. So in this calendar, you've got beautiful photography, you've got some Bible verses, but they're also going to give you information about that particular city. So Caesarea, it's going to tell you when it was founded, the population, key places to see there, some little did you know facts. This is a great reflection of what they do on their Instagram account. They do little facts and little historical things and ask little questionnaires, and they just do all kinds of fun things over there. But they're doing that in the calendar as well. Of course, it's a functional calendar with your holidays marked and things like that. But the photography is absolutely stunning in this calendar. And so this is a fun way to bring Israel into your home, have it up there throughout the month. Your kiddos and your family can, kind of live vicariously through the photos of Israel that are in this calendar. I do want to note something that's super exciting that I saw in the front here. So they, again, have some information about Artza on the front that you want to read through. But the last paragraph here, they're saying that in 2021, they're going to be doing a giveaway for members of Artza. More information to come, but they will be giving away to one person 2 round-trip free tickets to Israel. So I'm super excited about that. As more information comes out about the giveaway, I'll try to remind you guys over on Instagram and kind of point that out for the members. But that is super exciting that they're going to do that. So you've got this 2021-2022 calendar with beautiful photography of Israel in there. So that is super fun. Now let's dive in and take a look at some of the other super awesome products in this box. Okay, next up we're going to talk about the hand wash because I keep smelling it. And I wish that we had smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision here on YouTube because I cannot begin to describe. You're going to look at this and be like, well, this is boring. It's hand wash. I can't explain how good this smells. So with each item in the box, they include these little postcards that give you not only information about the product, but also plenty of information about the person or family or company behind the product. So Jonathan is behind this hand wash. And so you get a little bit of a story about him and what he's creating here. Now, I will say that the quality of this box is just next to none. I mean, their attention to detail, everything is beautifully wrapped, beautifully packaged. Again, it's coming from Israel. So we want to make sure things that, ship well. And thank goodness they pay attention to detail because this was wrapped in plastic. Everything else was wrapped. And so at some point along the journey, my little nozzle had turned. And so then it was able to push down. And so it had expelled some of the hand wash into the bag, but luckily it had not touched anything else in the box, had stayed in the bag because everything was wrapped well. And as soon as my kids brought it into the house, they're like, Mom, something in here smells good. It was this. So the hand wash contains bergamot, jasmine, and cedarwood. I'm going to try to use some of my essential oils in my diffuser and see if we can recreate the scent in my house because I'm kind of hesitant to even use the hand wash because I want to keep the smell. It smells so yummy. Another thing I really like about the products that they pick is they're all like fancy. They're vegan, they're natural, they're handcrafted. They're not just go down to Walmart, pick it off the shelf, put it in the box. It's not like that. These are all just really high quality products that they pick to put in this box. And the hand wash is no exception. It says without SLS or parabens, so you're going to get a nice clean hand wash there. And again, you've got your little card here that gives you information. So you're going to learn about these people. So you're getting to learn about who you're helping support, which I think is really awesome. So it does come with a bottle of hand wash. Next up, let's talk about this one. So this was really fun for me to see. So I think that this might be the premium item. I'm not 1000% certain, but I'm pretty sure this is the premium item, is this laser engraved metal piece that says Shalom with this really pretty artwork. If you saw my unboxing for the Bethlehem box, or if you received the Bethlehem box, you might recognize this artwork. It is the same as what was on the coasters from the Bethlehem box. These have been so fun to use in my house. I have them set out throughout my house. Now, I tend to decorate in more neutral, earthy tones, and so I wasn't quite sure about throwing in some really bright, vibrant pieces in my house, but it's been so fun to pick these up and see them, and it just reminds me, makes me think about Israel and think about the people over there every time I go to use the coaster. And anybody that's come over to my house has commented on them because, I've got them next to the couch, I've got them next to my dining room table, and so they get to pull them out, and it starts conversations. It's very eye-catching, and so it's the same artwork that was on the coasters is on this piece here. I think this would be so pretty displayed in your kitchen or something like that. Really, really high quality, nice enamel finish. I mean, it's just a really nice piece. And so with it comes a little booklet here that tells you, I believe it's Yair. I'm going to butcher the names and the words because I am not good at other languages, not a gifting of mine. So sorry for that. But You're going to get some information about him and his art here in this little booklet. So in addition to this piece, he also created the artwork for this. So this comes in the box as well. This is a embroidered bag. It's kind of like a crossbody purse here. I think I'm going to gift this to my mother-in-law. It just seems like something that she really would love. So it's got this beautiful embroidery of like a city scene. It does have some metallic thread kind of woven in there. One thing that I really love about this and what I mentioned when I did my other unboxing is just this exposure to other artwork from other countries. If you are here in America, maybe you're like me, you get kind of blindsided. You're used to seeing, our culture and our artwork and what's kind of, our architecture and the things that we see on a day-to-day basis. And so it's really neat to kind of branch out and experience other cultures and their artwork as well. I took art history in college, and it was so neat to just see how, different areas do things a little bit differently. And so you get to kind of experience that through the artwork that they're including in this box. So you've got this little bag. It's got this really pretty label on the back there. It is a zipper pouch. Again, you're going to get another little booklet that tells you about Yair and his artwork in there as well. Great. I think this would be awesome if you are going to get a chance to travel over there, to stick your passport in, to stick, some chapstick, a wallet, things like that. It is a good size for those things. And again, it's kind of got that longer crossbody type strap, but just really pretty. And another way to be reminded of Israel every time that you are using that. So I like that they included, multiple pieces, and obviously are revisiting this artist in their boxes. Okay, next up we have this set of cards. And again, like I mentioned with the other box, this is so great for everybody in your family. Everybody in your family is going to find something in here that they can use and love. Like I bring it in and my whole family goes nuts. My husband loves the food. My kids get excited about things like this. I just love all of it. And so this is one of those things that you can use with your kiddos. It's Jerusalem A to Z, 22 postcards discovering Jerusalem through the Hebrew alphabet. So you can learn the Hebrew alphabet with these cards. They are really nice, high quality postcards. I really love the kind of vintage 50s artwork style that are on these. I'm going to have some of these upside down, but basically the front is a Hebrew letter with some artwork, and then the back side, it's like a postcard. So you could send these as postcards, but it's going to give you the letter and then a little bit of information about the artwork on the front. And like I said, you can send these like a postcard or just keep them as flashcards. And so they just all have this really pretty, just fun art style, very graphic, very like 50s feel to it, very vintage. Love that. I mean, just really, really fun pieces. And it's got the Hebrew letter kind of incorporated into the artwork on there. So again, really great for your kiddos. Somebody did confirm for me, I am not a tax professional, but if you are a homeschool person, you can use this box as a tax write-off. Just saying. So there you go. There's something you can do with your kids. Learn some Hebrew letters. Okay, let's dive into the food items because that's what my husband's super excited about. Every day when he comes home from work, he immediately walks to the door, is like, did you do the unboxing? Did you do the unboxing? Because he wants to dive into the food. So first thing we have here are the off-the-wall spices. Again, you're going to get a little postcard that gives you some information, not just about the spices, but the company behind the spices. You're going to meet the people. You get a little bit of history. Again, I love that they're small mom and pop shops that have been down there. In this one in particular is in Old City, Jerusalem, and have been there, for years and years, and are incorporating the culture. It's just super, super awesome. So off the wall. Love the name of that. And so you're going to get 3.5 ounces of these spices. Now, one thing I really like about this is that, I've never been to Israel. I don't know how to cook Israeli food. And so what's really fun is they include a recipe postcard that incorporates one of the food items from the box. And so this one here has za'atar bread. And so it's going to give you a recipe for this bread that incorporates these spices. So it's a bread that then uses the spices mixed with olive oil drizzled over the top of it. My husband cannot wait to make this. The last one, Bethlehem, did the almond butter spread, and they had a cookie recipe. We made those for Christmas when my family came over. Everybody went nuts. We didn't even touch the traditional Christmas sugar cookies that we usually make. We all were going nuts over these Israeli cookies. They were so good. So I'm excited to try this bread that uses the spices. Again, I wish you could have smell-o-vision. This stuff smells so, so good. It includes sesame, white millet, hyssop. Now, I love that it includes that. So if you have been following my channel and see some of the other things I do, and I love seeing kind of the connection between things, I recently shared an unboxing of a devotional kit from Open Journey. And in that devotional kit for Easter, she really spends some time focusing in on hyssop. Teaches us about it, the importance of it in the Bible, where it shows up in the Bible, kind of the history behind it. And so it's neat to see that then incorporated into this spice mix. So knowing that that is something that, you know, biblical times, we read about it in the Bible, and still today is a part of their culture. So it includes that, sumac, parsley, cilantro, soy salt, and soy oil and salt, sorry. And so, again, everything that they include in this box is always very high quality, good, clean ingredients. And so this is no different. So you've got some off-the-wall spices. I'm excited to use those. Next up for food. I love chocolate. The chocolate in the Bethlehem box was hands down the best chocolate I'd ever had. This is right up there with it. So these are 70% dark chocolate covered coffee beans. As you can see, we already tore into these and we're eating them. So, so good. I can't do dairy at all. And so it's very hard for me to find desserts and candies and things that don't have dairy. And so since these are done with dark chocolate, they are vegan, no dairy. So I can have these. Very, very rich, but very, very good. Again, very high quality. They are very limited ingredients. That is something I really appreciate in all the food items that they pick. You're not going to get a whole bunch of preservatives and artificial things in there. They're just good quality, clean products. And so, product of Israel, very few ingredients. It's just cocoa, sugar, coffee beans, and cocoa butter. That's it. But they are so, so tasty. We've already been snacking on these. Those are good. Okay. Last food item, we have some chocolate date spread. Again, vegan, all natural, very clean ingredients. You've got your little card with information about the family and the company behind the spread. You're going to learn about Yuval and Netta and their story. You got a Bible verse, the righteous will flourish like a date palm tree, Psalm 92:12. Again, not just picking things that taste good or are popular over there, but have some biblical reference to them, things that we've seen from the Bible, seen as, a historical part of the Holy Land, which is really, really neat. So chocolate date spread classic. I cannot wait this is the one thing we have not tasted yet. It does say kids' favorite, made with pure date honey, no added sugar, vegan, low fat, no preservatives. So again, it's just pure date honey and 100% pure cocoa solids. No artificial junk in there at all, which is really nice. So they are going to give you some information about the company. Most of these I have looked up online, and you do have the option of ordering from those companies directly as well. So if you are getting the box, you find something that you really love that's in the box, you can order from these companies directly, which I think you can do that as well for this, which is really nice. Okay, last item is this stone pendant. I love the story behind these. And so these are put together by the MISO Foundation. I know I'm going to butcher it. This is a foundation that is there for young women in distress. So they take in these young women. They not only care for them and help them kind of get back on their feet, but then they also give them skills that allow them to be self-sustaining, to have a job, make their own money, do their own thing. And so they do various things. And so for the Artza box in particular, they put together these little pendants. So these women actually made these pendants. They're made from stone from Israel. So as you can imagine, there's stone all over Israel. This is a very, very, very old country. And so buildings are created out of stone, walls are stone, roads are stone. I mean, there's just stone everywhere. So they've actually used stone from that area, and then they turn it into these pendants that they have these crosses carved in. They do have a little eye pin at the top, so you can attach it to a necklace, a bracelet, a keychain, anything that you want to put the pendant on. I mean, it's just really beautiful. And I love that you're getting, a piece of history with something that's really pretty. And so this is going to tell you a little bit about the foundation. and what they do. And just know that, when you're purchasing an Artza box, you're helping support a foundation like this that's helping women over there in Israel, which I just think is super empowering and amazing that they do that. So there is the Jerusalem stone pendant. It says it is hand carved. Handcrafted by Miso, a social business in Jerusalem that helps young women at risk by giving them steady work, creating beautiful goods, as well as a secure place to live. Love that. So there are the items that are in the box. Then they also include a little card that gives you information about each item in the box. There's also a couple of postcards. Again, I'm a sucker for the photography. It's absolutely beautiful. So we've got the Western Wall. I love that they include this, again, attention to detail. You've got the off the wall spices. This company was named because of the wall. So you've got the Western Wall. Again, it is a postcard, so you can share it. Another thing I like about them is they're giving you stuff that you can enjoy, but also things that you can share with others. So you can either piece out and gift pieces of the box to people or gift the entire box to somebody. Just really great gift ideas. But here we're going to get some information about the Western Wall. And then we have Kidron Valley. Again, another beautiful photography piece. I need these framed all over my house. They're so pretty. So there is a look at everything that comes in the Jerusalem box from Artza. Again, I do have a coupon code. I believe it's still good. I'll have all that information down below. You can get information about subscribing or ordering the box individually. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Now, no, I don't work for Artza, so I can only answer so many Artza specific questions when it comes to the company, but I can also direct you to where you can get those questions answered. I do believe they have shipping center here in the US because shipping is extremely quick. So even though it's Israel products, know that the shipping is really, really awesome. Again, really good quality shipping. I can't say enough good things about the company. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate your prayers in the upcoming weeks as I'm looking at surgery. I will try to be in here as often as I can, but also be sure to be following me on Instagram so you can kind of stay up to date on what I'm doing. And I'm sure I will be sharing once we make and eat some more of the things from the box. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.